In the vast expanses of the ocean, a battle unfolds between two legendary predators, the killer whale and the great white shark. The killer whale, known for its fearsome reputation as one of the ocean's top predators, is more than just brute strength, while the great white shark is also renowned as the apex predator of the seas. With sleek, streamlined bodies and a row of razor-sharp teeth, these magnificent creatures are the embodiment of power and precision. So which notorious predator would win the brawl for ocean thrones? Killer whales, also known as orcas, are big sea animals that live in oceans all around the world. Many think they are whales, but they are actually dolphins. But killer whales sound more scarier than killer dolphins. A sleek black and white body gliding effortlessly through the water. And those iconic black and white markings are not just for show. They help camouflage the orcas from prey when they are hunting. Now, when it comes to size, male killer whales are usually bigger than females. A fully grown male can reach lengths of up to 30 feet and weigh as much as 10 tons. That is like having a bus swimming in the ocean. Females are a bit smaller, usually topping out around 23 feet long and weighing about half as much as the males. But killer whales aren't just big and powerful. They are also super smart with big brains, especially in the parts that control emotions, socializing, and problem solving. In fact, they are some of the most intelligent creatures in the ocean. Killer whales have streamlined bodies built for speed and agility in the water. Their sleek shape allows them to glide effortlessly through the water, whether they are hunting prey or just cruising around. When it comes to their digestive system, killer whales have a pretty simple setup. They are carnivores, and their stomachs are designed to digest meat efficiently. Plus, they have sharp teeth that are perfect for tearing into their prey. Speaking of diet, killer whales are apex predators. They will eat just about anything they catch, from fish and squid to seals, sea lions, and even other whales. They are not picky eaters, that's for sure. These guys are super smart and have some pretty clever hunting techniques. For example, they will sometimes work together in groups to curl fish or trap seals. When it comes to their skeletal structure, killer whales are built for power. They have strong, muscular bodies and powerful tails that help propel them through the water. They also have incredibly strong jaws and sharp teeth that can deliver a devastating bite force of over 19,000 psi. There are different types of killer whales, and each has their own unique ways of living and hunting. Some orcas like to hunt fish, while others prefer seals or even other whales. Scientists have divided killer whales into different groups based on where they live and what they eat. First up, we have got the residents. These orcas like to stick close to home. They hang out in specific areas, usually near the coast, and have a pretty chill lifestyle. They mostly eat fish, like salmon, and are known for their tight-knit family groups. Next up, we got the transients. These guys are the wanderers of the killer whale world. They travel all over the place, covering huge distances in search of food. And on the menu for these guys are marine mammals like seals and sea lions. Last but not least, we've got the offshores. Now, these orcas are a bit of a mystery. Scientists don't know as much about them because they spend most of their time way out in the open ocean. They are adventurers, exploring new territories and doing their own thing. But here's a catch. Even though these killer whales have different lifestyles and hunting habits, they are all part of the same family. They might look and act a little different, but at the end of the day, they are all killer whales. Each orca gets a scientific name. The name for killer whales is Orcinius orca. Orcinius comes from Latin and means belonging to the kingdom of the dead. It sounds kind of spooky, but it just refers to how powerful and scary these animals can be. But killer whales also have different names based on their ecotypes and where they are found. Scientists use these names to keep track of the different groups and study their behaviors. When it comes to evolution, killer whales have been around for millions of years. They belong to the cetacean family, which includes whales, dolphins, and porpoise. So, in a way, they are cousins with creatures like humpback whales, bottlenose dolphins, and harbor porpoise. But scientists have also discovered that killer whales share a common ancestor with some unexpected animals. It turns out that they are distantly related to hippos. Hippos might seem like a world away from killer whales, but way back in the evolutionary timeline, they shared a common ancestor. It is believed that they evolved from land-dwelling mammals, kind of like ancient wolves or even bears. Over time, these furry ancestors made their way back into the water and adapted to life in the ocean, a full circle of evolution. Nowadays, killer whales are one of the top predators in the ocean, at the top of the food chain, which means they don't have many natural predators themselves. The only real threat to killer whales that we know of is humans. It is hard to say for sure how many killer whales are out there, but scientists estimate that there are tens of thousands of them swimming around in the ocean all over the world. That might sound like a lot, but killer whales live in different groups or pods, and each pod has its own family. Great white sharks have a fairly interesting story when it comes to their names and how scientists classify them. First off, their official name is the great white shark. It's a pretty fitting name. These sharks are big and white underneath, and they are definitely great at what they do, and that is hunting. When it comes to their scientific name, things get a little more complicated. Great white sharks belong to the genus Carcharodon, which comes from the Greek words meaning sharp and tooth, and their species name is Carcharias, which basically just means shark in Latin. So put it all together and you've got Carcharodon carcharias, the great white shark. But great whites aren't the only sharks in the Carcharodon genus. There's another species called the megalodon, which is extinct and was even bigger and scarier than the great white and killer whale combined. The great white sharks we know of today evolved from ancient shark species millions of years ago. These ancestors were probably smaller and less powerful than the great whites we know of today. Over time, through the process of evolution, they developed the iconic features that make them such formidable hunters. But no matter what you call them or how you classify them, great white sharks are undeniably one of the most iconic and fearsome predators in the ocean. With their razor-sharp teeth, powerful bodies, and keen hunting instincts, they act like the kings of the sea. Great white sharks are easily recognizable by their sleek, torpedo-shaped bodies and their distinctive white underbellies. But their topsides are actually a dark gray or bluish color, helping them blend in with the ocean below when viewed from above. Now, when it comes to size, great white sharks are seriously impressive. On average, they can grow up to around 15 feet in length, although some individuals have been known to reach lengths of over 20 feet. These sharks can weigh over 5,000 pounds, making them one of the largest predatory fish in the ocean. When it comes to their bite force, they are no slouches either, with 4,000 psi, which is enough to crush the skull of a seal or sea lion in a single bite. But despite their fearsome reputation, great white sharks are actually pretty average swimmers. Sure, they can reach speeds of up to 25 miles per hour when they are hunting, but compared to other sharks, they are far from the speediest. Scientists have identified several distinct populations of great white sharks around the world, each with its own unique characteristics. There are great white sharks that live along the coast of California and Mexico. These sharks are known for their curious behavior and have been observed breaching out of the water in pursuit of seals, their favorite prey. Then there are the great white sharks that inhabit the waters around South Africa. These sharks are known for their impressive size and are often encountered by divers. And let's not forget about the great white sharks that roam the waters of Australia. These sharks are some of the largest and most aggressive great whites in the world, earning them the nickname white pointers from locals. But no matter where they are found, all great white sharks share some common features. They have rows or razor-sharp teeth and an incredible sense of smell that help them locate food from miles away. Their bodies are covered in dermal denticles, which are tiny tooth-like scales that reduce drag and help them swim faster. Both the killer whale and the great white shark are apex predators, but when it comes to a head-to-head battle, who would come out on top? Killer whales are massive, incredibly intelligent, and highly social. They are known for their incredible strength and agility in the water, and have powerful bodies and sharp teeth that are perfectly suited for hunting a wide range of prey, from fish to seals to even other whales, even larger than great whites. But killer whales aren't without their weaknesses. Despite their size and strength, they can still be vulnerable to injury. And while they are highly intelligent, they can also be outsmarted by their prey or by other predators. In the other corner, we have the great white shark. These fearsome predators are also known for their powerful jaws and razor-sharp teeth, which they use to ambush and attack their prey with lightning speed. Great white sharks are very snappy and have an acute sense of smell, allowing them to detect even the faintest scent of blood in the water. Plus, they have thick, tough skin that protects them from injury during battles. But despite their formidable arsenal of weapons, great white sharks also have their weaknesses. They rely heavily on stealth and surprise when hunting, which means they may struggle in a prolonged battle with a larger, more aggressive predator like a killer whale. Plus, great white sharks are solitary hunters, which means they may not have the advantage of numbers in a fight. So who would win a potential fight? It could go both ways, and it would depend on a variety of factors, including the size and strength of each individual animal, the location of the battle, and the element of surprise. In some cases, the killer whale's superior intelligence and social structure may give it the edge, while in others, the great white shark's speed and agility could prove decisive. Ultimately, if we ignore external factors and battle tactics on one, based on sheer size and speed, the killer whale would come out on top easily. Although killer whales would win this round, they would come out far inferior to megalodons, great white's distant relatives. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to check out the next one, shown on screen.